Hello fellow CSC 434 classmates. Today I'm going to walk you through our midterm project that I worked on, that I did myself. This is just my file, my genauthcookie.py. So you can see here that we're using Beautiful Soup. We're importing it from BS4. We've got our first function here. It's the WP underscore request. I just sent it my target, my complete cookie. That way it knows what you're testing, what HTTP site you're testing, and it goes through and it'll go and input your cookie and everything like that, and kind of it'll go through and once it's done, it'll print off the title of the page. Here in our next function, you can see it's WP underscore hash. Basically what this function does is just creates our key for creating our hash for making our hash to put on the end of our cookie. Right here is the function for generating all the password fragments. So you can see I've hard coded the first three values of my password fragment, and then I'm just going through and adding, basically appending every single letter of the alphabet from A to Z in lowercase. In the following one, you can see that it's in all uppercase, and then the following is all the numbers from 0 to 9. And basically, just every time you put result.append base plus letter, adds that letter to the adds that character, I should say, to the end of this fragment in an array. And then you can see I've got two result.appends here, one with a period, one with a slash. This is just the last two characters that could possibly be in our fragment. Here, this is the attack function. This is what creates the cookie basically and sends the cookie to WP underscore request. You can see here that I created my array using generate password fragments. Here is the cookie ID. You can see that this is just hard coded in. I just used Bert to give me this value, so that way I know it's correct, and I know it'll always be constant. Here's the loop. It's for frag in frag array. So for frag takes a fragment, and then in frag array, this is just every time you loop through, it'll go through and kind of create your fragment for these values. So see, I got key underscore 2 username plus pass frag I plus the pipe plus expiration. So this pass frag I, this is just the password fragment that I've used to that it just stores all the password fragments that I've created. And then here you can see key underscore 3. So like I said before, in WP underscore hash, this creates the key to create our hash for the end of our cookie. You can see I've passed in key underscore 2, which is just our data, the username and the pass frag, and the expiration of our passwords and usernames. So for the hash, it's just uses this key, and then it's just your username, your pipe, your expiration, and then what algorithm you want to use. Here you can see I've got cookie equals username plus %7c. This %7c, this is just the URL encoding for a %sign, and then expiration, and then another URL encoding for a %sign, and then the hash at the end of the cookie. And then for the complete cookie, I used the cookie ID, concatenated it with an equal sign in between the ending part of the cookie, and then basically calls WP underscore request to send that cookie to the website to try the attempt to complete the attack. So here I've got attack complete, and basically this here is just the main. The username equals ELShopOwens. That's just my hard-coded username. You can see I called generate password fragments here. The expiration, that's just another hard-coded expiration. It'll never change. Then I got my key, which is my auth key. Salt, which is my alt salt. and target, which is http //127.0.0.1 WordPress wp-admin. That's just the login site for WordPress that we're using, and then here you can see I call the attack function. So let's run this, show you kind of what the what this does. So we'll go ahead and call it Python genAuthCookie.py. You can see it loops through, goes and attempts every single attack. Okay, so now it says the attack is complete. So we'll go through, we'll look through this and kind of check and see what all these mean. So you can see I've got CIS 434 login. That means this attempt failed. This cookie here did not work for my username. So we'll keep looking through this to find the one that did work. Alright, so you can see here, dashboard CIS 434 WordPress. This cookie here, this is the one that worked. So if you were to take this and put it into burp and forward your traffic through until, you know, it'll eventually allow you to log in under my admin account name. That's all I've got. Thank you very much.